everyone, Ashanti Titus here with profitmode.com. That's profit-mode.com. And what I do is I am an accounting professional, and I help people when it comes to taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, how to save money and how to be smarter about the way we handle our money. It all goes hand in hand. Today we're going to actually talk about tax refund offsets. Is it possible, or can the government take your tax refund? The simple answer to that question is yes. The fact of the matter, in 1986, there was a piece of legislation that was passed that actually allows federal agencies to send in requests to seize individuals' tax refund if they don't pay. So some of these tax offsets include child support, student loans, and Social Security, to name a few. So for example, for the first example, the U.S. Department of Education can actually put in a request to seize your refund if you default on your student loans. So let's say in 2019 you file your taxes and it looks like you have a refund for $2,000. If you are on that tax offset list, you're not going to see any of that $2,000. It's actually going to be applied to your defaulted student loan account. So what are the remedies to the tax refund offset? One of them in relation to the student loans is to be in contact with the U.S. Department of Education in relation to your loans. There's a couple of things you can do. You can contest the amount and challenge what they say that you owe. And you definitely want to do that, prior to tax season, to make sure that's all in order. Another thing that you can do is to make arrangements with them. However, if you wait till tax season to do that, you are probably going to have to wait a little bit longer in order to file your taxes, in order for there to be no offset to take place. So, and a lot of times they require about, when you do a payment arrangement with the U.S. Department of Education, or whoever your servicer is, they're going to require a couple of payments. I would say about 5 payments or so, in order to get your account back current and out of default status. So those 5 payments, and they don't allow you to make, like let's say if you did the income-based repayment plan, a lot of times there's really cheap amounts that you have to pay. You can't bundle all 5 of those payments into one and then get off of the tax refund offset list. You actually have to pay out those payments. They'll let you load 2 payments, but then you have to pay out the rest of those. So that doesn't give you enough time during the tax season to get off of that list. Your refund is still in jeopardy of being garnished or taken and applied to whatever debt you owe. So you definitely want to be in contact with these agencies before tax season comes. Now, a lot of times there are people that are affected by the offset program other than the individual that has the debt. So for example, earlier in my career, I had a woman that I knew. She was married, and her husband owed thousands of dollars in child support. Now, this child was from a previous marriage, and he was ordered by the court to pay child support. However, he had some issues, and he wasn't able to keep steady work for that prior year. However, she was able to keep steady work. And when they went to go to file their taxes, their entire refund was applied to his child support balance. Now she was pretty upset, furious, the fact that because most of the refund was actually because of her labor and what she did for the year. And the thing was, so it definitely didn't sit with her well. So she found out that she could do something called an injured spouse. So if you're married to someone that is delinquent with child support, or that has defaulted on their student loans, you can file a form 8379, which is the injured spouse form, which will assist you into recouping the amount that was taken from your refund. Now, keep in mind, if you all have children together and you live in a community property state like Texas, a portion of that is going to be still applied to the student loan. With the Form 8379, since she was a primary breadwinner for that particular year, the majority of the money will come back. They will initially take the money. However, the Form 8379 will allow you to get a big portion of that money back. So, with that being said, there is a remedy for an injured spouse. That's what they call it, an injured spouse. So if you're married, your partner defaults on the student loans, you may definitely throughout the year, you want to see about setting up some type of arrangement so that he or she is not on that offset list, because that's going to affect you later on during the tax season. Okay? Child support as well. Nowadays, both men and women pay child support, so make sure that your spouse is current on their child support and they are free and clear of the offset list. Now, before you file your taxes, you can definitely check to see if you are on the refund offset list. And if you're on this list, your tax refund is subject to be garnished. So as soon as you file that return, a portion of that, or 100%, depending on what your situation is, will be taken by the IRS and is going to be given to that federal agency in which you owe money. So to call before you even start to file your taxes, the number to call to check with the hotline is 1-800-304-3107. Okay, and if you know that your spouse is on the offset list, go ahead and make sure your tax preparer, or if you do your taxes yourself, go ahead and prepare the Form 8379 so that you can recoup your portion of the refund. Okay. So there's all isn't lost if you get your refund taken. There are some remedies for you. You just have to know where to look, and if you get some correspondence in the mail from any of these agencies, you can definitely contest them. Just because they say that you owe a certain amount, that doesn't necessarily mean that amount is correct. Also, if your debt was actually discharged and for some reason their system hasn't updated, you can contest it as well. And if it's one of the other things, if you're also in bankruptcy, there's a possibility as well that you shouldn't even be on the refund offset list. So every situation is different and unique. So you just have to kind of, start at those places that I gave you. So the agency that's making the request to actually seize your refund, you need to be in correspondence with them consistently. Okay. So I hope that this episode was helpful to someone out there. I know it's quite frustrating, when a lot of people are waiting all year to get their refund, only to find that it's going to be taken away and applied to this abyss of student loans, child support, or Social Security. Now, with Social Security, I've seen people older who actually decided to get a job throughout the year, and they made more than that threshold that Social Security allowed. And then they come back, the Social Security department, they come back and actually garnish the taxes, the refund taxes of that individual who decided to work more. So it's unfortunate, but it does happen. So I want you guys to, be knowledgeable of, what's going on, and on, what number to call and what you can do. I know it's very difficult, especially if you're married and, your spouse has these outstanding debts and your family ultimately is affected by it. So if you want to have a free consultation, you can visit us on the web. It's www.profit-mode.com. You can also email me at Ashanti at profit-mode.com. We look forward to answering any of your questions. If you want to text me or give me a call, number is 469-278-6239. That's 469-278-6239. We look forward to helping you in any way that we can. Tax season is about to start, and I would love to be your accountant and tax preparer. So again, my number 469-278-6239. And until next time, stay awesome and prosperous.